YouTube, it is I, Lord Swine, and I'm back again to talk about the day one impressions for Unika. She's the most recent character in Guilty Gear Strive. She is under the guise of balance, but already people in the community are saying they feel she's pretty strong, and this has only been, this is day 2 now. So we're going to go over a little overview over the character, what might be strong or good or bad about her, and what my main opinion is. Unika's from the most recent anime that's come out in Guilty Gear. Well, I think it's their own anime, but I haven't seen it yet, so let me know if I should watch it, and maybe I'll give you a review of it. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we got Unika here. She's looking amazing. I go with color 15. I'm always going with color 15. That's like my main one that I go for. Just like it looks the nicest. The blue with contrast with the orange on it looks pretty nice. But anyway, Unika. So one thing I've got to go over first is the game has finally introduced frame data, which is all these numbers that are just right by her head. If you don't know what frame data is, I will explain it in another video in a little bit more in depth. It's not too complicated. The easiest way to describe it is this. So 5 power button, and then it says frame advantage. It says -9. That means it's not your turn anymore. And then if I do a move that's plus, it's 12. You see there's no minus by it. That means that it is your turn to do something before the opponent. That is a very simple way of describing frame data. So obviously in the video I will go on about kind of like how to utilize it better. Because you can, once you know how to use it properly, you can set up your games like a lot better. Your game plans and stuff on how to like flesh it out. Right, so Unika, we're going to go over like kind of like her playstyle at first. She's labeled as a balance. She's 5-star. I thought that she would be a 3-star character. I was talking about my mate. I was wrong. She's 5-star. She's very, very simple and intuitive to pick up. She has a somewhat big command normal list. This looks intimidating. It's not that bad. Just ignore it. Like, I'll go over this in a bit. It's really, really simple. So she's got a lot of shit going on, but it really, like, it's got her stance. When you hear stance character, you usually feel, oh no, but her stance mode is not that complicated. In fact, it's actually one of the easiest things in the game once you know what you're doing. But I'll go over the Arbalisk sign soon, and then she's got her supers. Okay, so we're gonna go over like, so she's like balanced, so she does a bit of everything. She has an invincible move, she has a projectile, she has a low poke, she has an overhead. So yeah, she's kind of got everything. Obviously, these are the standard versions of the move. You're not getting anything off these, like, and they're unsafe when you don't have Arbalisk sign, Arbalisk mode or whatever it's called, and I'll go over that. So like, you don't really want to be doing some of these out of nothing. Obviously, you don't want to DP in their face either. The DP is really, really good. I think it's probably one of the best DPs in the game now because it keeps her grounded. You can't RC out of it, so it's not like unique in that sense, but it is punishable. Which I'll probably go over, like, if Unika becomes an issue, I'll do like a how to punish guide. But to punish this move, you literally just have to tank the first hit, and then you have to be crouched underneath this, and then you attack like low. You go underneath it, like, but you have to do it while in the second hit of the move, which is that. So when that laser comes out, you need to attack, but you need to be crouched. So yeah, she has a bit of everything, and obviously she has the her special move, which is this. You press forward in HS, so 6 HS, and she activates this. You can use this to bait out. Like, I was fighting a Slayer yesterday, and I was trying to bait out his super, and he did his super, and then, you know, I had enough time to punish him, because the idea is I do this, or do this, and the idea I was doing was kind of like waiting, and then firing this if they jumped at me. So like, they were the kind of, that was the mind game I was kind of playing, and obviously you don't have to, you can go like low as well. But yeah, so like, that's kind of like her game plan, I guess you could say at the beginning. Like, she is the balanced Shoto style character. She has a bit of everything. Yeah, so at the moment she seems pretty good. So I'll go over her buttons. Standard, this seems like a RAM normal. Now it's -12, but it doesn't really matter because Unika has this unique mechanic also where she can just cancel it into, this is fast slash, and she's safe. Obviously you can go further than that because she can go into her special moves. know, and then depending on what you want to do, like as I said before, these versions are a lot safer. This isn't gapless, mind you, so the opponent can press buttons in between this. So if they're savvy, I'm just gonna do a P normal for now. You know, you can get it. But if Kai's gonna do his ride the lightning, he'll eat straight through you. So you kind of have to be aware. This isn't like how do you say it? It's not like completely free to like get through and stuff. So this is a fast dash. This is a pretty decent fly chest just because of the cancel. Like on its own, you'd have to cancel into. Say if you couldn't go into her special move, you'd probably have to go into one of her normals, which would probably be quite unsafe. Maybe you'd have to go into the projectile, which is -5. This would probably be the best thing to do, but obviously you don't have to do that. So basically, that you want to kind of do this, maybe mix it up a little bit, go low, and they all come safe outside of the DP. Obviously, they're all out. Oh, and obviously this move isn't safe, but that's kind of the first thing. But you can do this from the fast slash. You can also do it from the 2S. The 2S is a low hitting move, which is really, really good for 2S. Obviously, fairly decent range, great counter poke for the low. And you can cancel into this and make it safe. And then obviously you can follow up and then go into this. This low, when you do it normally, it's like -17, which is stupidly unsafe. But if you do it off this and cancel into it, then you're -3 and you're out of grab range as well. And I believe you can't even insta-block this move. This move is, I think, near enough impossible to punish. I think you have to like do something in between. Like Kai would have to do like a ride the lightning or something of that idea. Let me see. Ride the lightning. Right, so yeah, so that's how you kind of want to punish that move. But, you know, that counterplay will come over time, I think. Obviously, it's day 2 with this character. I've seen like comments saying she's like busted, and she might be, but she has a lot of like I guess mind games in just block strings. Another really good good move she has is this. This is 10 frames, so while her this is probably one of her best line neutral pokes, I think. This is really good, but it's a bit slower than your average fast slash. This is a great counter poke. This move is ridiculously fast. The recovery is not like super quick, but like and it's obviously -14. But this has the same gimmick that the fast slash has. It has a move it cancels into, so you can do this. They can jump over this move. Obviously, it pushes you full screen. You can go dirt, 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 so you can like completely push them out, or you can do this and catch the jump. You know, so there is a way. Obviously, you can't do this frameless, like on whiff, which is really, really good for the opponent. Like, if you could do this on whiff, then she'd be really busted. So, but the idea is, you instead of doing this and then cancelling it into this move, you would do this, and you have to be close enough. And then this frame traps. This is -14. Now you'd think, oh, she's -14, I can punish her. That's not the case at all, because she can literally cancel into another move. Obviously, maybe not the gun, because that's a bit slower. It's very slow. You get guard crush and +12, so the slowness, you get a good reward, like high risk, high reward type thing. But you know, she can go into her slide, which is obviously a better one. But obviously, you can blow through this with an invincible move, so that is something to bear in mind. But obviously, she can just stop. She can just do this and stop, and then that's it. And also, forgot to mention, she also has another application with her fast slash. She can go low. This is also -18, but the same gimmick still applies here. She can cancel in. So basically, when the lightning strikes, this is another way for her to enter her Arbalist stance. So you can go, but yeah. So the ways in are like this with 6 HS, or from the stance switching. There you go. And that's a low as well, just to add it. She has like a fairly decent mix-up game. It's like pseudo though, it's not like unreactable, so you can kind of get through it. And she doesn't get massive reward without spending the meter, unless she hits you in specific examples. And one more thing I forgot to mention, because this is one thing that makes it really, really, really good. You can literally dash cancel out of this. You can do out this too. You can do it out of the run. So, you know, and I'm pretty sure you got that. You can run and just get a throw, which is really, really nice. So she has that kind of mix up as well. And I can't do it, but you can actually dash cancel, Kara dash cancel all of her follow-ups as well if you want to get a little bit more momentum going forward. So she has that aspect to her as well. Alright, so if we're going to compare these moves, in their base forms, which is the red light, you get your knockdown, which is nice. He tumbles out, so this isn't a true knockdown. You can like run up after and then get pressure. You probably want to do something like this. But yeah, so you don't get much of this. You can obviously spend and then go get a combo that way. But then if you go Arbalest, you get the hard knockdown in this situation. As you notice, he doesn't do his tumble out. But there is no combo still. You don't get a combo off that per se. Like, so the combo ability doesn't come from that, but you get the nice hard knockdown. So that's like an application of the move. Alright, so now for the overheads. You can't get a conversion, even with meter on the quick one. Like, it's not like a super, it's 21 frames, so it's like not unreactable. So you have to have an Arbalest version to get the combo going. Something to bear in mind, you can convert off that bit at the end, or you want to get a counter hit, and then you don't have to spend meter, you know, so they're kind of two. Even on that, you can't get your conversion, but you can get a conversion if you've done the, if you've got a counter hit on red. So red's kind of, I guess red's like a Fisher. This is a really good like anti-air as well, like unironically. It's quite, you don't want to do it all the time, obviously the opponent can like kind of react to it. But the fact you got like an overhead style, it doesn't go as far as Foodle Arc, but obviously maybe that's kind of like the idea, like because it's like Carl's kit. But this is a really decent anti-air, so you can probably get a counter hit anti-air in this situation and then get a conversion. But the overhead's it's a pretty decent overhead, I won't lie, but doing it out of like out of a combo string, you'll get knocked out of it if the opponent is like on their guard. And you got this move. This is kind of like the Michael sword, I guess, of her kit. This move really is just for knockdowns. Red gives you knockdown. There is no way to enhance this move. You can do it. You can do the quick move, so you go like forward and then back. 6HS, 4HS, 4S, sorry. So you can get that. You'll always get a knockdown. This is kind of like, I guess your harassment normal. You get like, 64 damage for it, so it's just decent for what it is. It guard crushes as well on block, which is really decent. It's not plus though, it's -8. So to bear in mind, +8 at all distances, so it doesn't change. But it's just more like a harasser, but obviously you don't want to whiff this move. Whiffing this move is stupid, though I wouldn't overuse this. But it is just, I guess, like a harasser. 22 frames as well for the distance it covers is not terrible. But you can't enhance this move, as I said. And then obviously you've got the projectile. Projectile, it's slow on startup, 26 frames, full screen. But once the beam's out, it destroys pretty much everything that the opponent is throwing out at you. Powering this up is decent. You get a hard knockdown. Oh no, so you get a tumble down, or whatever it's called. But like, yeah, this move eats for everything. Oh, and obviously this move guard crushes. So like, if you're in block string and you want to do this, so it's +12, or you do that, and then you're plus, and then you can press again. So it's more of a gimmick. It's nice that she has it. It's a pretty decent projectile. It eats through everything as well. But obviously they can jump over this, so it's good to kind of just like the recovery on this full screen is not terrible, so it's good to kind of stock it, and then you have a good amount of time before you can like decide what you want to do. And if I'm delaying it, you can get a good amount going. And then finally, the last move, ZDP. DP is really decent. I told you like the punish shit. You go like you block the first half and then you go underneath, which is pretty decent. So it's a fairly easy DP to punish, but like when you block it. But it is also a really strong DP. I like it's grounded. I think it's one of the better DPs in the game. But one thing that makes it really freaking good is the fact that obviously you can't do this on Wake Up. Wake Up will always be this version, the red version. But if you're near the corner, you get a wall bounce. So you could do something like this. And then you can run up and you get your combo. Obviously in the corner this is much easier. And then there you go, hunky dory, and you got it. So the DP, it's quite a nice DP, I do think. Another thing to mention, you got this move here. So you have the air cannon. Now, as you know, there's no way to enter Obelisk Sign in the air with like your standard. But if you fire 2D, go 2D, and then you get your second shot, which is blue. So you have to, and this whiff cancels, by the way, so you don't have to hit the opponent to land this. I guess like the idea, this is like 52, minus 52, and obviously if this hits. But if it misses, you're also minus. So one thing you can kind of do, which I have been doing online a little bit, you can go, so you go like, obviously, you know, you want to kind of like, it's just about delaying and stuff. You know, you can get your shoot off and stuff like that. It's still minus, but it's like more like, oh, I'm catching the opponent out from doing their move and stuff like that. There you go. But your combos as well, which is quite nice. So kind of get into how like I've been playing the character without looking up anyone online. This is like my, you know, this could probably be like the most unoptimal way to play her, but like I try and keep the opponent at bay with like her ginormous normals. And then if I land a hit, I usually convert into this and just like push him back. Like that's like phase one, like harass the opponent. It depends on the character you're facing, but like this is like one way I've kind of been doing it. Like this is like the neutral game, and you because obviously you can do this with this as well. You can go like that, or sometimes I run up and start pressure that way. This is minus. By the way, it's not plus, but you can catch the opponent off guard with it. So you don't forget to like mix up, put the low out there. Remember, you can go run off this as well, which is edge is plus if it lands. Whereas like obviously this isn't plus if it this is minus. If you're in their face. There's something to bear in mind. To mix the low in every now and then. So I like kind of alternate between these two. Obviously you got her standard 6p if they're jumping in. But to be honest, the game I'm playing here, I'm doing this charge thing. So it's a mix between this, putting the charge out, and then firing this if they jump, and then putting this, or just baiting it. And then sometimes every now and then I do this or this, because this is, like I said, this is a pretty decent anti-air as well. So I don't usually push up too far at the beginning. This is the round start button I kind of go for. This as well is pretty good. It's -8, it's 10 frames. So it's pretty quick. It can counterpoint some stuff. See, this is probably a very good one. This, I don't tend to do this round start all the time. On whiff, this button's not that great. So this one's obviously a little bit better. But usually you go under some stuff and you can do some hits on this. And obviously this is just, if you want your big damage, this is the one I kind of go for. And then I would do something like that, So it's a mixture of like playing the distance with these kind of buttons. That's what I do obviously every now and then. Fire this as well. And bullying them into the corner, like that's kind of where you want to end up. Because obviously in the corner, she is much stronger than she is in the mid screen. She's still strong in the mid screen, but like I find that once you're in the corner, obviously she is, like most characters, she is a lot stronger. And then at this point, you kind of want to do stuff like this to push yourself out or run in again. You're +9 in this situation after the after the run here, or plus 10. So you probably make yourself more depending on how you do it. And then they can jump out of this. They can jump over the laser. But what you can do instead is go this. This is minus 10, minus 14, sorry. So that will catch their jump if they try and get out. I think they can fuzzy jump it, but a fuzzy guard, but you don't. But that is one way to catch them pressing buttons or trying to jump out if the opponent's not on board. And then obviously this is minus 14, so you don't want to leave it on that. You want to then cancel something else, preferably this, because you're safe. You don't get grabbed here, and you're minus 3. So they can run up and trying to grab you, but if you see them, they're going to do that. You can mash out if they try and grab you, but obviously it's not your turn, but you're minus 3, so incredibly preferable position. Or every now and then you can kind of do this, maybe try and catch a jump. You know, this obviously you're minus 6 in their face, so you are in grab range in this example. You know, but I probably always try, if you're going this way, always try and do the slide. That would probably be my preferable thing. Or sometimes if you want to like take your turn back, you can always do the laser. You know? But the opponent can get out of that. They can mash out of all of it. Not mash out, sorry, but they can invincible reversal for all this stuff. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I play her at the moment. So the neutral, piss around with this. You know, like really threaten this, because the recovery is not terrible. You know, the opponent can, depending on the character, they can close out. Like a Slayer, if you're playing like the Slayer game, when you usually want to stand in like this range and he's going to do Mappa Hunch, it might not be the best thing to do. But like if you're full screen, then he'll probably fall short. You know, you can probably get a punish that way. But yeah. Okay, and the last thing I forgot to mention, which we'll go over that now, is our supers. We go over the first one first. Standard, invincible, wake up, super, okay damage, better in a combo. That's pretty nice damage. Right, but the meat and potatoes is genuinely this one here. The quarter circle back, quarter circle 6HS one. You need to be 30 frames, so under 30 health, 30 lower to get the lightning around her as an example of how this move activates. So essentially like Kai's install move. It's essentially like a super dust combo. So I haven't figured this out yet. I'm sure there's like a really optimal combo. You press buttons. I went the wrong way. Even if you miss though, you always get your follow up. Now there is a 100-meter version of this as well, which is really fascinating. I guess this is like a spoiler for the anime. So it looks freaking awesome. This is probably one of the. You press dash and heavy slash, and you get like a massive smash. So yeah, if you got 100, but there probably is a way to like max that out. I don't know what it is right now, so when I do the guide, I will show you how to do that. But right now, we've only got the flashiness to kind of help us at the moment. You know, you can also control the directions with the dust button. So I don't know, maybe. Boom. Yeah, I missed everything. Absolutely awful. And then you get that. But yeah, that's her supers. That's kind of Unika at the moment. That's my kind of what I've been doing with her. I'll do a guide with her soon. I'll put out like a bit of a combo guide. More stuff that gets figured out, I'll talk about it, and then I'll let you know. But as for that's it for now. If this video helped you, then hit the like, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. We got Galleon coming out in Grand Blue, so I'll be doing an overview for her as well in a day or two as well, because I want to like cover that game still, because I do like it. But yeah, see you soon.